Welcome back, guys. Get ready to enter a world where unspoken emotions find their voice through music, where chance encounters spark unexpected connections, and where the raw beauty of a shared melody can change everything. Today, guys, we're stepping onto the streets of Dublin with Once, a musical that strips away the artifice to reveal the honest and deeply moving power of human connection through song. Now, Once is a musical with music and lyrics by Glenn Hansard and Marketa Irglova, and a book by Enda Walsh. Based on the 2007 film of the same name, Once tells the unlikely and deeply moving story of an Irish street musician known only as Guy, who has given up on his music. Now his path crosses with a quirky and determined Czech flower seller known only as Girl, who is captivated by his haunting songs. Now over the course of 1 week in Dublin, they forge an intense connection through their shared love of music. Now Once first premiered in December of 2011 at New York Theatre Workshop, starring Tony-winning actor Steve Kazee and How I Met Your Mother Christine Milioti. The production was not only nominated for 7 Lucille Lortel Awards, but the production won the New York Drama Critics Circle Award for Best Musical. Now, Ben Brantley, in his review of the New York Theatre Workshop production, wrote, "In translating Once into 3 dimensions, the playwright Enda Walsh and the director John Tiffany haven't steered clear of what were probably inevitable excesses. The script is now steeped in wise and folksy observations about committing to love and taking chances, most of which are given solemn and thickly accented utterance by Girl, played by Christine Milioti, who is Czech. Guy, played by Steve Kazee, has been transformed from a shaggy nerd into a figure of leading man handsomeness, while Girl has turned into a full-fledged version of what she only threatened to be in the film, a kooky, life-affirming waif who is meant to be irresistible. But a merciful reversal occurs when Once breaks into music, which is pretty often. Characters become less adorably overwrought and more genuinely conflicted, with distinctive personalities instead of standard issued ones. The songs soar with rough-edged, sweet and sad ambiance that is seldom visited in contemporary American musicals. Well, by March of 2012, the production transferred to Broadway's Bernard B. Jacobs Theatre, running for 1,167 performances and starring both Kazee and Milioti reprising their roles from the original New York Theatre Workshop. The production would receive 11 Tony nominations, winning 8, including Best Musical. Now, Brantley later reviewed the Broadway production, stating, "When I first saw the musical Once at the New York Theatre Workshop last December, it registered as a little too twee, too conventionally sentimental for the East Village. However, on Broadway, at the Bernard B. Jacobs Theatre to be exact, what is essentially the same production feels as vital and surprising as the early spring that has crept up on Manhattan. And what was always wonderful about Once, its songs and its staging, has been magnified. In the meantime, its appealing stars, both Steve Kazee and Christine Milioti, have only grown in presence and dimensionality." Well, by February 2013, the production transferred to Dublin's Gaiety Theatre for a limited run starring British actor and singer-songwriter Declan Bennett and Croatian stage, film, and television actress Rinka Vitezic, before transferring to London's Phoenix Theatre by April of that same year. Now, in reviewing the West End production for London Theatre Guide, Peter Brown wrote, "What makes this musical really special and puts it in a different league to other offerings is the captivating, magical quality of the songs. Almost from the first note, you realize you're listening to music that is extraordinarily distinctive, powerfully emotional, and hugely affecting. In a word, it's purely stunning." And so, guys, the music fades on the street of Dublin, leaving us with a profound sense of the power of connection and the bittersweet beauty of shared moments. Folks, Once reminds us that music can be the most honest language of the heart, capable of forging deep bonds and inspiring dreams, even when these dreams take unexpected paths. It celebrates the courage to be vulnerable and the transformative impact of believing in someone's talent. and perhaps in the possibility of something more. Well, guys, until our next theatrical exploration, may your days be filled with authentic connections and the music that speaks directly to your own soul.